Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. We want to give a big shout out to our show sponsor, Classic Bar by Sherry. Right now, if you download the Mind Body app, you can schedule your first class. And if you mention the Libra Lounge with Keisha, you get $5 off of that. Also, I want to make sure you guys are following my other page, which is Sassy Class Custom Design Gifts and Apparel on both Facebook and Instagram. Tonight, we have an extremely special guest. Her name is Tracey Carnazzo, and she is a comedian and she is the host of Teen Mom Trash Talk, which is my obsession right now. How are you doing tonight, Tracey?
Oh my God, I'm amazing. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you to say. I'm glad that you've been listening. Thank you.
Oh gosh, yes, I listen all the time. Like literally, when was it? My husband and my daughter and I went out to dinner. And on the way back, we were listening to the podcast, and I was laughing so hard. At one point, my husband actually had to grab the wheel to make sure we didn't crash. And all I care is, I was like, but did you hear what they said? Did you hear what they said? And he's like, I'm just trying to live, bitch. I'm just trying to live my life, okay? We're just trying to get home. So, all righty.
Nice.
If you're a friend of the Libra Lounge, you know what time it is. It's time for the gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
All right, so Miss Wendy Williams herself. She's not even all the way divorced, but she's got a new boo. Tracey, did you see that on TMZ about her new boyfriend?
Of course I saw it on TMZ.
Okay.
It's kind of exciting though.
Well, you know what? I think she deserves a good dicking. She's been, putting up with Kevin Sr. and all his bullshit. She's had to probably pay for that damn baby that he had with that woman. I'm not mad at Wendy, not one little bit. What do you think?
Okay, so this is what I think. I think that, so he's 27.
Mm-hmm. That's good dick right there.
It's good, but at the same time, like, I'm 35.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's 54. I'm 35, and I don't even want to date a 27-year-old.
Well, here's my thing.
I see what she's doing.
Yes.
And it's going to be fun for
a little while.
Just a few weeks. Yeah, but she's going to move on. This is not permanent. This is literally just her arm candy.
Yes.
And to get her through it. And she deserves it, honestly.
So basically, this 27-year-old motherfucker, don't unpack your bags. Just keep them all packed because you won't be staying. You're still going to check out. Yeah, I think that, of course she should not make this like a long-term thing. They shouldn't get married. But yeah, I wish I were a 27-year-old dude, letting Wendy Williams pay for all my groceries and Louis Vuittons and all of that stuff. But unfortunately, he has to have sex with Wendy. That's kind of, I don't know.
You don't think he likes it?
I'm sure he likes all the gifts he's receiving.
No, I think he's fine with it.
You think so?
Yeah, she's not that bad.
Tracey.
Listen, there's a lot worse. What do you think is so bad, honestly?
Where do I start?
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
So she looks like a female Sasquatch.
Okay, but so we're not going to look at her face.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay.
The lights are off.
Okay.
We're having sex. It's dark.
Okay. Well, her torso is shaped like a rectangle. A rectangle.
It is. She's
yes.
very very small on the bottom, very big on the top.
Yeah.
She is. The lights are off.
Okay, so as
She's
long
had
as
work done, she's not sloppy.
No. I just cannot get past the cocaine nostrils that she has. Not too long ago, she revealed to everyone that she had a really bad cocaine habit. And I'm like, who the fuck is surprised? All you have to do is look at your goddamn nostrils. Like, yes, we know. Like, she has probably snorted all of the cartilage and all of that stuff in her nose away. Like,
that's correct.
Yeah.
So what happens is when you do a lot of cocaine, your septum actually collapses.
Well, hers collapsed like 5 times.
Yeah, and you could see that actually. There's a comedian. His name is Artie Lang.
Oh yeah, yes, it's horrible. Yeah.
So his entire nose has collapsed, and I think actually part of his face has collapsed. So it's very scary to see in person. I'll tell you that.
So do you remember the movie The Never Ending Story?
Of course I do.
Okay, now go back. Think about, remember that big flying bat that used to, no, that's the dog.
A bat?
There's a bat who's always falling asleep. Producer James, do you remember that bat?
No.
You don't, how the fuck do you guys not remember that bat?
Because I'm 40 years old.
No, but the bat would always fall asleep and the guy who owned it would always fuss at him.
Sure.
Okay, so y'all just ruined the whole damn story.
I see the bat.
Okay, so
the bat almost looks like a pig.
yeah, it kind of looks like that bat's nose a little bit. That's what it reminds. It's scary, and he should never leave the house during daylight hours at all. That's just, it's too much for society to have to deal with that. So
It's very similar.
yes. So Wendy, congratulations. Get your groove back. We ain't mad at you. But Little Women Atlanta, y'all know how much I love my girls, my LP sisters. So they were in the news all this week. Okay, so one, Producer James, I'm not sure if you saw this, but not too long ago, we had one of the stars of Little Women Atlanta, Money, on our show. Little did we know is that she was only going to be on 2 episodes because she had to move back to Houston. Everyone kept asking, why wasn't her husband Moreland at the wedding for Amanda?
Mhm.
So a couple of days ago, Money got on, because if anything that's going on in your life, any big events, you've got to record it and do a live story. So her and Moreland are getting a divorce.
Ooh.
And I want to know, is it because he was cheating? Producer James, you remember? I know you probably remember because I watch each episode like 30 times each. Whenever they had the special Money gets married, the guy who was Moreland's best man tried to warn her about Moreland and, he's not being loyal to you, but we all just thought he was being a pussy, fucking up someone's wedding by saying that. But I'm starting to think that is true. I don't know. Producer James, see if you can get her back on the show so we can get the scoop.
Will do.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Money, I'm sorry. I don't know what this means for you. Probably means that you need to head on back to Atlanta so you can get that check again since Moreland's going to be gone. Also, just yesterday, we saw that Minnie, one of the stars.
Poor Minnie.
Okay. Here's my thing with Minnie.
She only had a thimble of alcohol.
Exactly. Okay, because everyone's like, but she had 1 beer, but I'm like, she's 2 feet tall. Yes.
She just had a sip.
Yes. I'm like, yes, that's enough to make her drunk. and I try with all my might to like Minnie, but there is just something so extremely obnoxious about her that just makes me want to slap her. And then the bitch gets drunk. I hate drunk drivers, for one thing. But maybe she didn't even realize she was drunk. I
can tell you this. I had a friend, I wasn't drinking, I'm sober, but she had a glass of wine at a bar after work one night, and then she went home and she got a DWI.
See, so
it was a Pinot Grigio.
See, and I started thinking, I'm like, okay, of course their metabolisms are a lot different from ours.
Sure.
But we have a few LP friends, and one of them is, do you consider Rob to be an alcoholic? Would that be a fair statement, or like, is he pre-alcoholic?
No, he's almost post-alcoholic.
Yeah. That motherfucker, he can throw him back. And let me tell you, the last time we had a get-together at our house, he was so drunk. He's a rude drunk. He's drunk and he knows, I don't care that I'm drunk and on a scooter. One of you motherfuckers is still going to have to pick up the whole scooter and get me to the bathroom. Then you got his smoke breaks and all that. I think he drank like a fifth of liquor that night that we know of.
But listen, your tolerance definitely builds up, but it's still going to be in your blood alcohol.
Right. I think, if I'm not mistaken, during this season that we're on of Little Women Atlanta, Minnie is talking about getting, what is she getting? The gastric lipo? Well, not gastric lipo, the gastric sleeve? Yes, one of those. Right. So if she's already gotten that and she's drinking, that probably is what happened that night. So they were saying that the police officer would tell her, okay, start at number 6 and count to 10, and she would start at number 6 and stop at 150. I'm thinking the bitch was drunk. I don't know. Minnie, get your whole entire life together before you get fired from your good gig. And the thing about Minnie is, all she ever says is, it's a brand new Minnie.
Well, I got to tell you, I kind of disagree with you on get her life together and don't get fired from her gig.
Why?
I feel like don't get your life together or you will get fired from your gig.
But here's the thing, that her whole storyline revolves around her. I mean, no one has said it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Being a pathological fucking liar. She still got that on lock. Look, she said she wasn't drunk, and clearly she was drunk. All she does is lie. I think she's good. I don't know, but we'll see. But Minnie, hopefully your mom Tammy did not take her ass down there and start throwing chicken wings and ranch dressing like she did with Miss Juicy, which I keep stalking Miss Juicy's page to see if she's going to say anything about Minnie getting arrested. I'm sure her petty ass did, though. So
listen, the sloppier the better.
Exactly. So over the weekend, Miss Northwest turned 6 years old. It doesn't seem like it's been that long since, Kim was pregnant with her when she was still married to that other guy. What, Chris Humphreys, the goofy looking basketball player who I don't even know if he plays basketball anymore. And no one really knew if he played basketball then. They just knew him as Kim Kardashian's new husband. So yeah, Northwest is 6 years old. But here's the thing. Her birthday party was super cute. It was a Candyland theme. Her name was spelled out in candy. Super cute. But then, me being the nosy bitch that I am, I was like, I wonder how much Northwest is worth. She is, what, producer James? What is that? What? You can't believe I did that?
No, I can't believe you did that.
You're lying. So she is worth, at 6 years old, $130 million. That is $130 million.
I mean, worth that. If we kidnapped her, we can get that.
That's what I think we could probably get more, because they're going to throw her money in there, plus a little bit of Kim's and a little bit of Kanye's.
Yeah, no, I think she's worth more than that.
You think she's worth more than that?
I mean, how much does she weigh? No, I'm kidding. Maybe after the Candyland birthday party, possibly.
Oh yeah. She's gonna pack on a little bit. I'm just like, how did I miss that? I want to be Kim and Kanye's kid. I mean, my name starts with a K.
I definitely do not want to be Kim and Kanye's kid at all. If you saw Kanye's interview with David Letterman on Netflix.
Oh, was it horrible?
You probably would not want to be the child of him. I mean, I'd like to be Kim's kid. Kim and I we're like kindred spirits, and I got to tell you.
So you got famous from a whack ass sex video with Ray J?
I mean,
giving you the pipe.
It's out there. It's out there.
Oh, send it to me. I want to see. I want to see.
Little better lighting, but
yeah.
Check it out. I'll post it on my Instagram stories.
Yes.
No, but I realized that Kim and I have so much in common already. Like we're very mean and we want everything the way we want it, and we think we're better than we are. And also, we like the same ice cream. We like vanilla soft serve with rainbow sprinkles.
So, at North's birthday party, they had what is it, Mr.
Softy truck.
Yeah, and that's exactly what she had. She had that, what you just said, the vanilla with the rainbow sprinkles on it.
Yeah, we're the same person. Do you guys not have Mr. Softy?
No.
Not in Texas.
Not in Texas, no. We don't.
Yeah,
so
Mr. Softy is like the ice cream truck here in New York City.
So it's an ice cream truck that only serves soft serve ice cream?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And do you guys have ice cream trucks like that come to your house?
Yeah, but they're usually ran by like old child molesters.
Yeah, here too.
Same thing. Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah, no, but we don't have a Mr. Softy. I mean, it's like you can get the same stuff that the ice cream truck person sells at like the corner store in the freezer.
Oh, okay. So they don't have an actual soft serve machine.
Not at all.
Like the ice cream bars.
That's too fancy for us down here.
No, we have a soft serve machine, and they make shakes and everything. It's like a full ice cream parlor on a truck. Mr. Softy, child molester included.
I think ours do a little bit of meth on the side as well. They just always look so like homeless. Like they always look homeless. All right. So when we get back, we will have more with comedian Tracey Carnazzo. We'll be right back. Are you looking to lose weight, improve your posture, have muscle definition, increase flexibility, and reduce stress? If you answered yes, then Classic Bar with Sherry is the perfect, invigorating, and dynamic workout for you. Bar technique is extremely safe and is designed to stretch and tone with a splash of cardio. The method is the foundation of ballet with the flow of yoga. To learn more about Classic Bar, call Bar Instructor Sherry at 281-678-8037 or stop by the studio at Femme Fatale located at 689 FM 517 West, Suite 300, Dickinson, Texas 77539. Your first class is only $10, and if you mention the Libra Lounge with Keisha, you only pay half. Make sure to follow the studio at Femme Fatale on both Facebook and Instagram. You can also email Sherry at barandyoga@gmail.com. That's bar, BARRE, and yoga@gmail.com. All right, welcome back to the show. Now, some of you guys know we've been doing this podcast for a year now.
Oh, wow, congrats.
Yeah, and I really didn't listen to podcasts until maybe a few months ago. And I'm obsessed with reality television. All my friends make fun of me. They're like, well, don't invite Keisha because her Little People, that show's coming on, or one of the Housewives shows coming on. So
You're obsessed with reality TV. What a loser.
I know, right? But I feel confident in being a loser about that. I'm not ashamed of it at all. I'm like,
I'm an ultimate loser.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't make it to your 100th birthday party because fucking new episodes of Real House of New Jersey is on. Sorry about it.
I get it.
So that is how I discovered Teen Mom Trash Talk and instantly fell in love. And that's all I listen to right now. So,
oh my God, thank you so much.
you're so welcome. Pay me my $20 at the end of the show and we're good.
I got you.
So at what point in your life did you decide to be a comedian?
I started off when I was younger in musical theater. And then when I was in college, I was doing theater. And then after college, I was in a theater group. And I was what they like to call hard to direct. And I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just like kind of do my own thing. I was always into comedy. I always was writing comedy when I was doing theater. And I was like, I'm going to try it out. So I went through a really bad breakup, 2011, and I started writing a ton of comedy. And I was like, you know what? I need to start performing this.
Nothing brings out comedy more than a fucked up relationship.
Exactly.
It gives you lots of material, and it is almost like a form of therapy for you. Right,
Yeah.
Producer James?
Yes.
Okay, so what would you describe as the Tracey Carnazzo style of comedy?
I think that a lot of my comedy is very like, I like to be silly. I like a little bit of misdirection. I like to be self-depreciating. I like to say it about myself before you're going to say it about me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I go for.
So, I mean, what comedians have been influential to you? So, Producer James has said influential, right?
You got that right.
I'm not good with big words or little words. So, who was influential to you?
When I was younger, I was like obsessed with watching Comedy Central,
Mm-hmm.
and I would watch like special after special after special. And, you know, there was just so many comics that I was really into. And then when I was in high school, my homeroom teacher, she was telling us about how her son is a comic.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked, and he was on Letterman, and she brought in a tape. And I was like, please, can you bring in the tape? So she rolled the TV in, brought the VHS in, and showed us his Letterman set. And I went to the city to go watch him perform.
Mm-hmm.
And, now he's a friend of mine. His name's Ted Alexandro, and he's done my shows before.
Okay, hold on. Producer James just came all over himself when you said that guy's name.
Oh, do you know Ted Alexandro? Are you a fan?
No, I know him actually. So I was a pro for about 8 years down in Houston. And so I met a lot of the same people that like you're friends with, ironically, and Ted's.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Ted's one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was just really cool. He went to the same high school that I went to, which is the high school that his mother taught in.
Mm-hmm.
And he just has like the loveliest family. And, it really kind of like encouraged me. I was like, wow, my teacher's son could be a comedian. Like, that's so cool. And he has some of the most intelligent, edgy comedy that I've seen recently. Even now.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to most definitely check this dude out.
And he does woodworking.
He does a ton of stuff, and he's also he's a political activist as well.
Yeah.
Are you done, producer James? Can I continue the interview, or
Yes, you can have your show back.
He's very big into the Black Lives Matter movement, and
did you say that because I'm black? You thought that would
yes, that's
pique my
exactly why.
interest?
I was like, I need them to know that I'm not racist,
right?
Work this in. I also have a black friend.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really cool. Like, we let him around sometimes, so that's nice.
That is very kind of you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I mean, not all the time. Don't be crazy, but like,
he still has to come through the back door.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you have any white people there, he was into Occupy Wall Street.
Okay, so, as producer James felt the need to tell you and everyone watching the show for like the 1500th time, he used to be a professional comedian. Did I get it right, producer James?
So can we call him comedian James, or is it just like, when you call him producer James, is that like a dig?
No, it's not. It is because he's my husband. And,
okay.
And so it's weird because people never know that we're married unless I say something about it. So
because you don't tell anyone.
No, because I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I feel like I've let down my whole race of people by, marrying this big bearded white dude. But yeah, he's known as producer James, and it's like a running joke because people think that this is his only job.
Right. And you do this full time, right, producer James?
That's what people think. And I'm like, no, like he has like a whole career, and he does this, the couple of times a week that we do it. And yeah, I didn't marry a white man to be like my sometimes producer.
Is that why you knew about Artie Lang's nose right away?
Yes, because James had told me, and when we were in the car, and he's like, I don't even remember what we were talking, probably drugs. And he was like, well, you got to see this guy's nose. And he was describing it at first, but there's no words to describe what I saw. That man's face is hideous.
Yeah, it's really a shame. He's actually he's not in jail right now. So
well, hopefully he's not doing more drugs through his nose.
Hopefully
I mean,
not.
I think he needs to go ahead and stick to a needle. Leave his nose alone.
I mean, it's not at this point.
Yeah,
Poor
he's
guy.
fucked his nose up. So, comedy is one of those things that people look at it as a career that is predominantly men. So when there's a female comic on the scene, there's a lot of stigmas. So, what 3 stigmas would you like to inform everyone about that it's just not true?
So I'll tell you, just in general, a lot of times, and not usually in New York City proper, but when you do shows a little bit outside the city, Long Island, or, the Bronx, or it depends on what kind of room you're doing. But a lot of times the comic will bring you up, like the host comic will bring you up and say like, and producer James, you might relate to this. A lot of times they'll bring up a female comic and be like, this next comic coming to the stage is a woman. And you're like, shut the fuck up, a woman on the stage with a microphone all by herself.
With no guidance at all.
Yeah, okay. Show me this woman.
No,
so that's something. Also, I've had a few instances where the host has made a innuendo at me on stage in front of the audience, like, this comic's gonna blow me later.
Ew.
And it's like, I'm not gonna blow you later. That's usually, I get on stage and I'm like, I never fucked him. I don't know him. I'm not gonna blow him later. Like, carry on.
That's sad. I mean,
like, it's hacky. It's insulting. Really, it's more embarrassing for the host than me.
Well, yeah, but it's already essentially demeaning you before anybody has heard one bit of content.
Oh, 100%. But a lot of times the crowd is like kind of matching the host mentality depending on where you are.
Oh, that's special.
So it's kind of like, you know what you're getting at, and then you're like, look at me on this stage all by myself.
That's pretty fucked up.
That's just in general. Like we battle that every day as women. I was not even related to comedy. I was renovating my kitchen, and one of the contractors that I asked for an estimate said that he needed my husband to be home to give me an estimate because he didn't want to have to do the job twice.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this is just the world we live in, and people don't think that this is still a thing, but it is 1,000% still a thing.
Yeah, that's right up there when a white person says there's no such thing as racism.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, let's not even go down that street right there. So,
But I think that I've learned a lot, and even regarding racism from comedy, and from being around all different kinds of people, and like learning things that maybe we didn't grow up with. A lot of people just especially white people in New York, like not from Manhattan or whatever. We've grown up with white people. And when you're in comedy, you're like, oh, there's all different kinds of people in comedy. And now all of a sudden you're exposed to things and you're like, I didn't know that was racist. And now comics are like, oh, no, you cannot say that on stage. And you learn.
Wow. Well, whenever James was doing stand up, he would crack a couple of jokes that were they semi-racist?
They were racial.
They were racial. But let me tell you what this motherfucker did. He would only do those if I were in the audience, because he said, well, I've got my black card right there. And I told him, I know. I said, one of these times you're going to piss me off, and I'll be like, I don't even know that fucking dude. He followed me here.
That's my producer, and that's embarrassing.
So it was last week we had comedian Adam Bob in the studio, and I asked him this question. I'm going to ask you the same. How do you feel when someone insinuates that doing stand-up comedy is so easy? Just, like for me, I'm funny because I'm a shit talker, but I know damn well I cannot get a whole set together and get up there and perform it, read the audience, not trip going on stage, not sweating or anything like that. Like, it is its own art to be a comedian.
Who says I'm not sweating?
Well, are you? Because
I'm not nervous. I'm just sweating.
I'm always sweaty. I sweat all the time.
I'm a chubby girl. I'm sweating.
See, me too. I've got boob sweat right now. Sweat right now because it's fucking hot in Texas. Yeah, it has nothing to do with
the comedy. No, I mean, if they say it's easy, then it is easy. It's fine. I mean, you could try it. If you think it's easy, you could try it. I think that you could do it. Like you're saying, like, I couldn't do it. Of course you could do it if that's what you wanted to do.
No. I think that I have the gift of gab, and I'm snarky and petty.
If you were truly interested in it and you really wanted to do it, absolutely you could do it. I think that, it's not unique to be able to stand on a stage and speak. I think it's unique to be really, really talented at it. I think it's unique to feed people things that they don't even know they're eating.
Yeah, I agree with that. What about you, producer James? Because I know you got something to say, because you always have something to say.
Well, I think of, like, for example, like Nene Leakes,
who
was on a reality show, and then her next thing to try is headlining some dates at clubs.
Yeah, that was horrible.
It just pisses me off. Yeah, because it's the same as like Bruce Willis starting a blues band and thinking, hey, just because I'm an actor, I can also be a good blues musician and shit like that. It's like,
it doesn't work like that.
No, you didn't pay your dues. You shouldn't be headlining based off a name when you have nothing behind you, and also you're not fucking funny. So you're taking work away from actual talented comics.
Well, in the last few years, we've had Madonna, Jeremy Piven, Jenna Bush.
What did Madonna do?
She did stand-up comedy at the Comedy Cellar.
You are lying.
Oh, yeah. This was a thing.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that.
Listen, also we have Instagram comedians, people that, make funny videos on Instagram, and they're selling out comedy clubs. And the bottom line is that a club is going to book whoever sells out. Right. The Fat Jewish was selling out Caroline's. And people are like, he's not a comedian. Okay, probably not. But guess what? He's selling out Caroline's and I'm not. So
yeah. I mean, and I think in regards to Nene Leakes, I think that's what the comedy clubs were. That was their game plan, is that they knew people would buy tickets just to come see Nene. Now, here's the thing. I've watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta since the very first episode, and Nene is funny, but Nene is only funny throwing shade at people and talking about people and gossiping. stuff like that. But I don't.
Right. I mean, stand-up comedy is a very different art. I mean,
exactly.
even podcasting, I like to think that I'm funny on my podcast, but it's a very
sometimes you are.
skill.
Sometimes.
Oh, thank
sometimes.
you.
Every now and then.
I mean, listen, I'd like to think that. No one, not everyone thinks that. I mean, people just say I'm racist, which is,
I've noticed. We'll talk after the show about that, okay? I'm gonna help you get it all the way together, okay?
That's neither here nor there. But yeah, I think that, it is what it is.
It is something, and I know personally, to date someone who's a comedian. How has you being a comedian affected your romantic life?
I mean, I was with a comedian for a very long time.
So did y'all compete? Was it competitive?
No, it wasn't too competitive. I think it was more, it was like dating a coworker, it's like a little bit awkward at times.
Right. Yeah.
So I think it was more that. But yeah, I think it makes it a little bit difficult because you have to kind of explain to a guy what you're doing and, that you're not going to really be around at night ever again.
That's how I feel whenever producer James comes home. I'm like, oh, time to clock in. My coworkers.
Producer James, do you still do comedy at all?
No, I had to stop for two reasons. One, I have a day job. And the place that I started working at about 7 years ago was not as flexible with time as my previous job was. And I work for a company that's very conservative. It's owned by Mormons. And I actually worried that some of my material would be seen or recorded or something like that. And
well, hopefully that's
right.
Well, for example, like Rooftop Comedy, I had sets on there for years, but I was worried that HR might have some problem because that's the kind of world we live in now, which is sad.
Right.
But if you were really committed to being a comedian, you would have said, fuck my daytime job. I'm a starving artist. That's what you should have done.
Do you want to starve?
You should have let your whole family starve.
No.
Never supported your family.
I married a white man so I can have money. So no.
I should probably do the same thing.
Yes, you should. I married a white guy so I could have money and know that whenever he dies, he had a very hefty life insurance policy for me. That's why. So you made the right decision, producer James. I agree with it 100%. You did the right thing.
She's like, shut up, go back to work.
Exactly. So what adversities have you, besides the dickhead that says, and she's a woman, what adversities have you faced being a female comedian?
I think that right there, it's a female comedian and not considered a comedian.
Right.
Where, when you're getting booked at a club, they'll put together the lineup and then they'll be like, all right, and now we need a female.
Yeah. That you were it's like being a token black guy.
Yeah, exactly. I've gotten booked where it's like, hey, we need a woman for the show. Are you available tonight? And like, of course you're going to say yes, but also like, did you have to say it like that? Could you have been like, hey, we think you're really funny.
Right. That's one of those things that, you think that in your head, but it's never supposed to come through your mouth. We need another woman. So after this break, we're going to talk about Tracey's love for reality television and how and why she created Teen Mom Trash Talk. We'll be right back. Hey guys, it's Keisha, the host of the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast and web series. If you follow me on social media, you know that the Million Harris is one of the sponsors of the show. I've told you all about the great hair products for both men and women that they have, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to actually see some of their hair bundles. Here they are. What I did was I ordered both 20 and 22-inch Malaysian bundles and a frontal from the Million Harris and took them to my stylist and had her make this unit. Yes, this is actually a lace front unit made from the bundles I purchased at the Million Harris. I usually don't wear this much hair extensions, nor do I wear it this long, but I really, really love it. The hair feels amazing. It looks great. I've been getting compliments everywhere that I go. So make sure to go to her website or stop by the shop and get your order on. She's got hair products, bundles, and mink lashes. Make sure to use my discount code Libra20 for 20% off your total purchase. Alrighty, welcome back to the show, everyone. Okay, so you know that I love reality TV, but I know you do too. So when did that when did that relationship start?
Okay, so it was just such a beautiful thing. When I was a young lady,
Mm-hmm.
and I would stay home sick from school,
Mm-hmm.
I would watch Richard Bay, who
Richard
is
Bay.
it was a talk show very, very long time ago, and it was just like trash on stage. And then after Richard Bay, it became, Maury Povich, Ricky Lake, Jenny
Yes.
Jones, any
Yes.
kind of like, oh God, I loved a good out of control teen. I have been into out of control teens since before I was a teen.
You should be a foster mom if that's the case.
Oh no, I don't ever want to go near them. I just want to watch them crumble on TV. I like to watch them spiral. When they like smack their mother in the face and they're like, "Shut up, you bitch."
Yeah.
I'm like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
this is amazing. And then you're like, what's wrong with her mother? Like the judging,
Right.
that like the spiral of judging is just, and that's where, it kind of spiraled into reality TV. But I have been fascinated by teen pregnancy, by out of control teens forever. And then when they were making 16 and Pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is this?
Right. I have watched every episode.
From episode 1, I was hooked. I was like, this is the show.
Yeah.
This is what's happening right now in my life.
I think my love for reality TV started kind of like how yours did, because I was obsessed with TV shows like Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And then The Real World came on.
Oh,
And I just was fascinated by it. But, speaking of Teen Mom, as a woman who's 39 years old, I still watch these shows. Mostly because I'm like, man, I feel like I missed my true calling. I really should have got it knocked up at 13.
Yes.
Then I could have had a show. I fucked it up by waiting.
Had to have the kids. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I could have had kids and gave them to Barb.
How's that going, really, though?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so what made you say, you know what? I'm gonna do a podcast all about the Teen Mom franchise.
Okay, so Noelle's my co-host, Noelle Winters.
Mm-hmm.
We have been best friends since we're
Hey, Noelle.
kids.
I love you, Noelle.
Shout out to Noelle Winters. So Noelle and I have been friends forever and ever and ever, and this is something that we've always seen eye to eye on.
Okay.
And we're really, really into the whole Teen Mom thing. And we used to watch it, and then we would have a recap phone call.
Oh.
And then it turned into, I got Gabrielle to start watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And
was
Gabrielle
she sick whenever y'all kind of had that first initial meeting? Did she have pneumonia?
She probably had some form of rare disease.
Like the Ebola.
She probably had Ebola. Definitely. She probably had like polio.
Right.
And we were, Noelle and Gabrielle were separate friends of mine. They were like different walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, guys, here's the deal. Like, I can't have the same phone call with Noelle and Gabrielle, separately. So we're going to have to combine this into a group chat.
Mm-hmm.
So it started off as a group chat. And then Noelle and I, when I traveled for comedy, I make Noelle come with me because, why not? She's my life partner. So
right.
I don't care what her husband says. She's my life partner.
You're her one true love.
These 15-hour car rides to West Virginia, and talking about every single action, every single move that they made in Teen Mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, we need to stop. And I would start posting statuses on Facebook about Teen Mom to discuss. And I had people that were, not trash on my timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I don't know what this means. So I was like, all right, we have to put this in a Facebook group.
Right.
So I started out Tracey's Teen Mom discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, maybe 15 friends that watched Teen Mom. And then they invited some of their friends, and they invited some of their friends. And, before you knew it, there was like 100 people in the group. And I'm like, guys, this is a podcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, everyone in comedy does a podcast. I was like, this is my podcast.
And it's so freaking funny.
Thank you so much.
It's so funny. Okay, so I feel like that we should kind of recap the last season, the season that just ended of Teen Mom 2.
Sure.
So I'm going to throw out a person's name. I'm going to give you my thoughts on,
Sure.
how they were during the season, and then you take it from there. So we could just kind of go back and forth. Okay, so Janelle. Go ahead and do it, producer James.
Janelle.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, both high. Yes, good. I'm gonna miss Barb. I'm pissed off that Janelle fucked up that situation, and now we can't even see Barb anymore.
Wait.
We'll see her somewhere.
They'll probably give her own damn show.
We'll see her maybe at a Walmart. We'll see her somewhere though.
Right. Okay, so Janelle. So to me, everyone knows Janelle, her and the land, and her husband David. Shit went down after first it was that incident where she called 911 because she thought he had broken her collarbone or some shit like that. He was probably aiming for her face. And then of course he killed her dog, which I was just like, oh my gosh, I hope this motherfucker gets mauled by a gang of hyenas. So basically, Janelle right now is going through the court system because her kids got taken away. I don't personally really think she wants the kids, but she's pretending like she does. I don't think she does.
I don't think she does either. I think that she's so mentally ill right now. People are angry at her, and I understand that. I mean, you could be angry at someone, but I definitely think that she's very mentally ill.
Yeah.
And I think that she is not aware of what the consequences are of her actions. And I don't think that she even maybe she has like some kind of removed emotions where, like you say, she doesn't really want the kids. You don't see her wailing because she doesn't have her kids.
No.
I mean, if you think about another teen mom, like almost any other teen mom, and they got their kids taken away, they would be flipping out.
Yes.
If you think about Chelsea getting her kids taken away, like that would not fly.
Not even a little bit. I kind of look at Janelle as, this is why Plan B and blowjobs were created. Every 1000%. Time I see Janelle. So I feel like in about a year, Janelle and David are going to be living in a government-funded housing development.
You think that Janelle is going to be living? Do you think they're going to both be alive in a year?
Probably not. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not about violence and anything, but I kind of hope someone shoots David in the face because he deserves it. He's an asshole. He's racist. He's sexist. And
excuse me, he's not racist. Are you talking about Black David Eason? He's not racist. He's Black.
Oh, I forgot he has vitiligo. So maybe the vitiligo has taken over. That's why he looks pale.
He is less than 1% African. Hello.
Oh my God. I cannot stand that person.
Did you ever see when she responded to someone's claims that he was racist? She was like, racist? My husband? He can't be racist. He's Black.
Oh my God. And that's probably why he really shot her dog, is for her saying that stupid shit like that. Like, you know what?
He's probably a normal guy. And he's like, listen, honestly, if you don't get smarter, I'm going to shoot your dog.
Yeah, I could totally see that happening in that house trailer thing that they live in.
I have asked you to read a book 20 times. Now I have to kill the dog. Like, I don't even want to kill the dog, but now I have to kill the dog.
You have pushed me to this point, Janelle. This is what I have to do to teach you a lesson. But on the flip side, I'm forever in shock that David can even read or write. He just looks so dumb. And what
well, he uses the talking words a lot. So
what? He whenever he says, well, I can't get a regular job because I've got vitiligo and I can't be out in the sun. I'm like, motherfucker, you're always outside building a well or birdhouse or
he's digging the graves of his family.
Yes, I totally agree. I think within probably 2 years, Nathan will come up missing and he's going to be buried somewhere on the land. He fucking hates Nathan.
Why do you think Nathan moved to Florida?
I know.
No thanks.
I thought he wanted to move to Florida so he could bang the De Jesus girls.
Oh dear, can you imagine that? I could kind of imagine that actually.
Yeah, I can imagine myself throwing up in my own mouth and swallowing it. So, all right, so let's go to Chelsea and Cole. Okay.
Boring.
Beyond. I feel as though Chelsea only has kids so she can dress them up in camo and flannel so they can match Cole.
Wait, did you just say that Chelsea has a secret Adderall addiction?
No, but
oh, I thought that's what you said. Sorry.
There's something off about her. I can never put my finger on it.
You think it's the Adderall addiction?
It maybe that's what it is. And Cole,
enables
Cole's
her and is a fame-hungry whore as well.
right.
Is
Yeah,
that what you
because
said? That's not nice.
didn't he meet they met at a gas station or something
Okay,
like
so
that,
they
right?
meet at a gas station, and then he's like, "Oh my God, what a beautiful girl." And then he finds her on Facebook. You know, like when you go to the gas station and you see like a guy and you like Google white guy in car.
Yeah.
And then he
I've done
comes
that.
up
That's
on,
how I found producer James.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
like white guy in car at gas station, and then all of a sudden you were like, is this guy a producer?
Right?
And his Facebook pops right up. Yeah, so he's like, I didn't know who she was, and it's like, how'd you find her? What'd you Google?
Lies.
What'd you Google, girl?
Yeah. That's the same thing with Mackenzie saying that she didn't know that Ryan worked at the same gym as her. Yes, you did, bitch. You did.
But also Hobby, you know,
We did the
down
same thing
Cal.
with Kel. Yes, he
Yep.
did.
He's
They
like,
may
oh,
be
do you work for MTV? That's so weird because I just applied to 4,000 shows to try to get on True Life, My Ex something, blah, blah, blah.
right.
So weird.
I miss the old True Life stories. The new ones just aren't that good. You know, Cole.
True Life, I married my cousin, my favorite.
My third cousin. So Cole is a really nice guy, but I gotta say, you know, his voice and his nose are part of the starter kit for creepy old men. It's just something annoying.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna age well.
I don't know. That nose is there's something like it's like it's fake almost, or like it's a cartoon,
like
or
a Pinocchio nose.
Pinocchio.
Like it's wax.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think that's what you're thinking.
His nose is Cole's nose is Pinocchio's nose after he's told 5 lies.
Yes.
Yes. I'm over them bringing up the whole adoption of Aubrey thing.
You should adopt Aubrey.
Well, I think Aubrey's probably the smartest person in that fucking house.
Aubrey's like, hey guys, I know he's not like the best, but like, you know, I have a dad, right? Cool.
Right.
Okay,
Yes. Like he actually is coming to, you know, have lunch with me at school once a week.
Don't worry, Chelsea's gonna put the kibosh on that.
Yes. You know, to me, I feel like Chelsea just wishes that she never met Adam. I think she doesn't want to have anything to do with Adam, period, point blank.
Well, I mean, then who would take care of the kids though? She didn't have Aubrey.
Yeah, exactly. Because, okay, Watson is always crying about something.
Yes.
Always. And Chelsea acts like she doesn't hear it. Cole just kind of looks and stares. And then Aubrey is always the one who can like calm
Cole
him down.
can't emotionally handle children crying.
I don't know what is up with them, but you know, Chelsea makes it seem like she never leaves the house. She only leaves her house to go to either her mom's house or to her dad's house. Yeah.
Well, I think that there's a secret life going on with Chelsea. I think that she does those things in front of the cameras. I think that when the cameras aren't there, she's out with her friends.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have always thought that Aubrey looked like Chelsea and her dad had a baby. That's Aubrey.
Yeah, I could see that. She looks nothing like Adam. It's not like Adam wasn't even involved.
Yeah, she looks so much like Randy.
It's like Randy was pregnant in his butt.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on to who else is on Team Mom 2? Oh gosh, as you guys call him, the Coven, the D Jesuses. Okay. Let's go back to 16 and Pregnant.
Okay.
When they had Brianna's episode, I was fucking down with all 3 of them. I'm like,
Totally.
their mom is badass. She, you know, she didn't need a man. She's gonna help her girls, you know, get over the abortion, and she's gonna help Brianna raise his baby. And you know, they were saying Brianna was really smart, but not smart enough to not fuck Devon. But you know, she was really smart and she had things going for her. Okay.
Right. Yeah, she was cute too.
She was
I thought
cute.
she had like a little Holly Berry vibe going on.
She was so cute. I loved Brittany's personality. But then all of a sudden things just went south. Like way south to like bad butt injections south.
Right.
Brianna, I don't know even how to describe her butt. But hold on. Let me say this first. She's had like 2 different sets of plastic surgeries done.
Right.
But she looks like she does now. And I don't.
Brianna, you think looks like she does now?
No, I'm saying she's had all this plastic surgery and she looks how she looks now, which looks like she had a baby like 3 days ago.
Yeah, she looks like she's 1 minute postpartum all the time.
Right.
She looks like maybe she's carrying some extra storage, maybe like some winter sweaters in her ass.
In her ass. Yeah. What are all those dents and ripples?
She's sloppy.
You know, I don't understand it. Brianna looks like
she looks like the before picture.
Yes, she does. Like her hair looks like shit. She's always got on a dirty t-shirt. She always has on the same pair of pants.
Frumpy shorts.
Yeah, and nothing looks good. Her butt doesn't even look like it's a butt. It doesn't look like it belongs on, you know what it looks like? It looks like she went to Mexico, got plastic surgery, and instead of butt implants, they put boob implants inside of her ass.
Yeah, she looks like what are those movies like who's the guy that makes the movies?
Which one? Okay. Let me see. I know which one you're talking about.
the clumps.
The clumps. Eddie Murphy and the clumps.
There you go. When Eddie like when he dresses up like his mama.
Yes.
And she's got like that's Brianna reminds me of that.
Yeah,
like that's the body type that she was going for.
Yeah, it just looks it just looks bad. And
if I had Brianna's body, I would go to a plastic surgeon and be like, "Can you
fix this?
I don't want to look like this. I want to look like whatever is not this."
Yeah, she just. So did you know that she is opening up a new business?
I did. She's microblading.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be called Bree Baby. That's the name of her company.
I can tell you this. I have a really strong feeling that she's just going to be the business owner, and she'll probably just hire some girls to do the microblading.
Well, you know, she just got her certificate from the microblading class.
You might have to hold the certificate to own the business. That's what I'm thinking. I actually just got my eyebrows microbladed.
I did too, 4 weeks ago.
Oh.
And I love them.
Ooh, me too. Oh, we gotta compare eyebrows now.
Yes, we do. But I know even if I lost every single piece of hair on my eyebrows, I wouldn't let Brianna microblade them back.
I would not let Brianna touch me because just sanitary purposes.
Yeah, you know, that's another thing. Like, you know, on 16 and Pregnant, they had the nice townhouse. Everything was together, and I'm like, okay, wait. Brittany's always traveling around the country and around the world.
She's following the K-pop band.
Yeah, my 17-year-old daughter fucking loves K-pop. I'd rather someone shoot me in the fucking face than listen to K-pop.
Does she know Brittany?
No.
They might run in the same circle.
They might. They probably will run into each other pretty soon. You know, if Bree's got enough money to be opening up this business, why do they live in that apartment? Is the apartment 2 bedrooms or is it 3?
It's a 3-bedroom. There's someone that actually posted the layout in my Facebook group.
Wow.
Which is very creepy, but you know, it is what it is.
But you know what? I ain't mad at them because, you know, now you've seen the layout now. So, yeah.
I've seen the layout, and you know that in Florida, it's probably $1 to $2 to rent that apartment.
It looks like it. It really looks like it. It looks like shit. I feel bad because Roxanne's got lupus. I have lupus, so I know her struggles.
Right.
But it's not an excuse to look like shit.
No, I mean I have a few friends that actually have lupus, and I mean I don't know.
Do they walk around with their hair looking like it hasn't been washed in 5 months?
No, they take baths. It's so weird. I don't know.
Why do they all look so dirty? Like everyone looks dirty in that house, including Stella, except for Nova.
Yeah, Nova's like, listen, I got my shit together.
She does.
Nova's actually getting an apartment.
Yes, I think she's getting ready to sign the lease tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? She's going to come with a cashier's check for the deposit. Yeah. But yeah, I don't get it. They just all look dirty. Stella's going to be bad. You could just see it in her eyes. She's fucking going to be bad. She's going to be setting kids on fire in her kindergarten class and all that kind of stuff too. And when they ask her what's wrong when she goes to therapy, she's going to say, my daddy was a DJ trucker.
He's a DJ trucker welder cop. So.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, Brianna fucked him the same night that they met. And you know what?
Correct.
I remember the video of her dancing in the club. She had on a green dress. And when I saw her, I said, that bitch is going to get pregnant tonight. And she did.
Yeah, literally.
So that's the day Jesus's. Who else do we have? We have
Kale.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's my favorite out of everyone on the franchise.
Same.
I love her. She's another one that's got some kind of funky, weird plastic surgery shit going on. I don't know.
Definitely. She got her ass done. She got her tits done. You know, she's doing it.
She's doing it.
The thing that I can tell you is that Her ass doesn't look as ridiculous because she has some meat on her legs.
Yeah.
So this is the thing with the asses, right? Farrah's ass looks similar to Brianna's ass because they have very thin legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Farrah's ass is terrifying, and it's not as bad like when she's posed nude recently. I know,
And
right?
she shouldn't.
Imagine.
She should stop doing that altogether.
Like she had a picture where like her leg was up, so you couldn't really see the ratio of ass to leg, and that's the best way to do it, because when you see that her legs are very thin, it looks like she's deformed, because I mean she is.
Yeah.
But Kale has a little bit of meat on her thigh, so the ass is, I don't want to say believable, but it's more proportionate.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, I like Kale. A lot of people don't like her. She got 3 different baby daddies. But she's a hustler. I like that. She was able to finish school, start her own business. Now she's got her own podcast. She's looking pretty good. That Accutane did wonders for her face.
She looks great. Honestly, in person, she looks even better than on TV. When they say like the camera adds pounds, the camera adds pounds.
Yeah, because she's got that weird thing going on that she looks bigger than what she really is.
Oh, 100%. I'm much bigger than Kel.
I like Kel. You know, Kel doesn't need to be in any more relationships. That she is the relationship graveyard.
1000%. She needs to be by herself and just like
fuck
hang.
buddies. That's it. Yeah.
Just hang for a little bit.
All right, so that's Teen Mom 2. Let's jump into the snore fest that is Teen Mom OG. Why is that even still on?
So my fantasy is just that 16 and Pregnant comes back.
Why? So you can be on the show?
I would love to be 16.
I think you could pass
pregnant.
for 16.
I mean, I wouldn't go full term if I was pregnant, but
I want to have my baby at exactly 29 weeks. I'm not going to whole 40.
I mean, well, that's not really what I meant, but
oh.
I would just, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I'd be like, I'm pushing right now, so this is not going,
early labor.
This is not going as planned at all. I know you guys are in Texas. It's very taboo. Yeah, I mean, like I said, just 16 and Pregnant. Teen Mom OG is fine, but the problem, you know what the real problem is? They have too much money for us to see them struggle.
No,
I mean, who's struggling? Ryan? No one cares. He's not really. Ryan's a drug addict. Ryan's been a drug addict for over 10 years. Like,
right.
Ryan was always a drug addict. We didn't really
he was
per se, but he wasn't not a drug addict.
Yeah, I think that Ryan's main goal in life is to be high, fuck mediocre pussy, and to make Jen cry. I think that's it. You're both high. Yes, I think that's all he wants in life. And
right, and then they're like, you know, he's finding these girls that are like, oh, and then we'll have a baby, and he's like, yeah, we'll have a baby. I don't care. I'm not gonna be there.
Oh, I mean, exactly.
And when he said he's not going to be there, like, he literally wasn't there.
He was not even there for the
birth.
All
of a sudden, he was concerned about his recovery. He's like, you know what a good time to go I'll just go right now. And then the baby's born. He's like, oh, I got to go to jail real quick.
Yes, exactly. I'm kind of sensing that maybe he doesn't want that baby. Sorry, Jagger.
I mean, he doesn't have the baby, so that works out.
That's true. So, okay, Caitlyn and Tyler. So... Tyler,
they have money. Everything's fine. Honestly.
Well, I think Tyler is not. He really wants to be a 55-year-old man. That is what he wants to do.
I think he wants to be a 55-year-old lady, but
okay.
I think they just outgrew each other, and they'll probably stay together forever and just like have, you know, mediocre sex.
Yeah.
And
gross.
fantasize about, you know, they'll both fantasize about other men.
Yes,
and
I agree.
That'll be it. I mean, but they're gonna stay together. It's gonna be fine. They live in a cool house, and you know, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, you know.
Everyone around them is an addict, but you know what? Everyone around a lot of people are an addict. So.
Yeah, you know, I just hope that the next time that Kate gets a hangnail, yeast infection, a cavity, she doesn't run off to rehab. Because that girl goes to rehab for every little thing that happens.
But she has her mom watching her kids, and that's fine.
Yeah, but her mom's April.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Yeah, that proves it right there. You know, I don't blame Tyler for being sick of Caitlyn. I'm sick of Caitlyn. Like, whenever she's on, I like start doing other shit. Her face annoys me. I don't know. She just gets on my nerves. They both suffer from chronic never finish anything that you fucking start.
Right.
I mean, and
Yeah.
kids included. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're just awful at it. Then you've got the train wreck that is Amber.
Amber's a mean girl that wants to be mean and then be like, I'm bipolar. And
Yeah,
it's like, okay, I mean, I get it. We're all something, and
yeah,
I see a lot of mental illness and a lot of bipolar things, around me, but it's not really an excuse. You can't
no,
like, oh well, I punched him because I'm bipolar. I went to jail for my baby. Like, what are you talking about? Nobody's like,
yeah.
goodbye.
I used to be a child social worker, and I've heard it all, but I've never heard anyone say the word suicide as many times as Amber Port would.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and maybe she really feels it too. I'm not even saying that she might really feel it, but maybe if that is like your concern and your mental health is your concern, and their TV show is what's triggering it,
Get off the fucking
then,
show.
then just step back. You have the money. I
But then
mean, just
she'd
step
have to get
back.
off the couch. And
I
I don't
mean,
think that she wants to
she
do that.
probably won't either. She probably won't get off the couch. She could probably just live in the shadow of Andrew, and I don't mean that. I mean that literally. I mean
Because he's
literally.
huge.
Yeah,
Like
like
he's
they
like
can live in
7 foot
his
tall.
shadow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I never thought that I would really say this, but Gary is winning in the parenting game, but
Gary's
but he's losing in the high cholesterol and diabetes game. Gary has not lost not 1 pound.
No, poor Gary, man.
Yeah, I mean, but he's
He's,
doing
he's
good.
definitely his mother's son.
Yeah, her fucking blue eyeshadow. Like, it used to kill me every time. I'm like, she thinks she looks good. She's got on blue eyeshadow and those earrings, and she's feeling fancy about
Carol's a
herself.
hottie.
I'm sorry.
Carol's a hottie.
Yeah. Like Christina, I like Christina a lot.
She's
I
great. She's
think
very graceful.
she has done wonders for both Gary and Amber, and of course for Leah. But I mean, does she have to wear the same exact hairstyle on every episode?
Yeah.
And
She's like almost like a Mormon. She's,
yeah,
very conservative, very plain.
right. But she's not too conservative that she didn't start fucking Gary before she was divorced, though.
Okay,
But
so here's the thing. It's so funny how we forget so easily, right?
mhm,
We're like, Christina's an angel sent from heaven,
mhm,
directly from Jesus,
yeah,
to cheat on her husband,
white
fuck
Jesus,
Gary.
yes.
And it's like, ooh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. That's just like, when you think about cheating on your husband, you usually don't visualize a guy who looks like Gary.
I've never visualized a guy who looks like Gary, no matter what it was. Even if
Yeah,
I
it's
was
pretty
visualizing
scary.
someone pumping my gas, I don't
Yeah.
visualize Gary.
Christina's really sweet. I like her a lot, but when I think about Christina, I think about, that bottom piece of bread in the
Yeah.
loaf. She's that. Just kind of
Right. Yeah. Like I said, we really do forget very easily where Christina came from.
yeah. All right, let's jump on over to Macy.
She's drunk.
She yeah, and you know what? Whatever prescription Kel got for Accutane, she needs it too.
Yeah, she definitely does.
She
She's
looks
had bad
horrible.
skin since day one.
Yeah, she looks horrible, and I still feel like
She
Macy.
drinks a ton.
Yeah, a lot of beer.
She
She loves her
smokes. You
beer.
can tell too. You see the lines around her mouth.
Yeah, you can totally tell. And she kind of makes me think that she secretly has a desire to fuck black guys. I feel
Ooh,
it.
I could see that.
Uh-huh. Yep. And Taylor he looks like he never knows what's going on inside of
Yeah,
his
but
own
not like
house.
a good black guy. More like a Stefan from Young and Pregnant black guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like I can't see
Yeah.
her with like a stand-up guy.
No. She would want thug, bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
His mom don't even talk to him, black guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like to disappoint her dad who writes bad text.
Yes. That is what Macy wants. So if you are that guy, DM her.
Ooh,
Okay.
interesting.
So, okay, Mackenzie. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I wondered, did this girl, was she born looking 45 years old, and like she is
Dude, she's like 17.
I know, and she looks old. She looks like her only goal in life is to be like a trailer park stay-at-home mom. That's how she looks.
Like she has been divorced.
Yeah.
Even more times than she's actually been divorced.
Yeah, I agree. She just does not look good. I think she's dumb because I don't know what ex did traumatize her so badly that she thought that getting married to Ryan was like a good choice. I mean, she would have done better if she would have fucked the boom guy for the show. You know what I
Well, that's
mean?
what Amber did.
Oh yeah, that's right. And Amber's situation
And
is a little
honestly,
bit
she
better.
is doing well.
Yes, exactly. Amber's situation as far as dating is a lot better. I don't know how that whole situation with Ryan and Mackenzie is going to play out. I really don't. You know, they were supposed to be off the show, but now they're back on the show, and I'm
Of
gonna
course
guess
they
it's
are. They need the
because they need the
cash.
money. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't get it. I don't know how that's gonna end. And then who else is on that show? Oh gosh, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna miss Bristol Palin. She was fascinatingly boring. But
Yes.
I like her. I don't know what it is, but she's
I like
annoying.
Dakota. Yeah.
I think they're gonna get back together.
I would kind of hope so. Yeah.
I think there's some love there still.
There was a little twinkle in their eye.
I think so too. Yeah. But I think Bristol's probably Bristol's what I call stereotypical white woman. That's
yeah,
what
but
she is.
it's not just, it's beyond that. It's political.
Yeah.
Bristol is that woman that has to keep the front. Yeah. And that's what she was taught since she was, you know, a little girl, is that, you know, we're in the public eye. This is politics. We're Republicans. We keep the front. And she really fucked up by getting pregnant.
Yeah, her mom beat her ass for that. Trust and believe me. Like, you dumb bitch. You knew goddamn well I was going to run for vice president. Your ass goes over there and gets fucking pregnant?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and now she's trying to, like, kind of make up for that and save face and be like, look at me. I'm just very proper.
Yeah, and I don't think, you know, she doesn't even talk to two of her siblings. She has nothing to do with two of them.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she's tight with her sister Piper.
Right.
But the other sister, what the fuck is her name? Willow?
Sure.
It's Willow. No, it's Willow. She doesn't talk to her. She even didn't even go to her wedding. She skipped out the night before the wedding because apparently the older brother, what's his name? Okay, the boy's name is Trip. His name is something like Trike or Track or Runathon,
I know.
something marathon. You're right. Yeah.
Is he the one that has Down syndrome?
No, not that one.
Another one.
He's the oldest one. They have a lot
of fucking kids.
They really do. They do. Yeah, so she doesn't talk to him.
In Alaska.
So yeah, I guess that's what they do in Alaska. There's really nothing else to do in Alaska but hunt and fuck.
Yep.
So there you go. And then we get to Cheyenne and Corey. I don't get it still.
Corey's a loser. He's a nice dad, but he's a loser person.
Yeah, and Cheyenne,
he's like a fuckboy.
As cute as Cheyenne is, she's pretty like bleh. I don't know. There's just not much to her.
I don't mind her.
She's okay. I don't know. I'm curious to see how Jade is gonna do when she is gonna be on Team Mom 2.
Well, Jade's starting out with a whole slew of problems with her family. So
yes, so I think that'll be a good attribute to Teen Mom 2. Now let me ask you a question. Who are your favorites from that franchise, and who are your least favorites?
Okay, so obviously Kale and I we hang when she's here in New York City. So I have a soft spot in my heart for her, just because she can take it, you know what I mean? Right. Like, and I hate to say that because I'm a comic, and there's so many people who have said rude things to me and been like, oh, you're a comic, you should be able to take it. But Kale, knows that she puts her life out there, and she, believe it or not, she can take it.
Right.
So I think that's pretty cool about her. She's willing to make fun of herself, and she's willing to laugh.
Right.
She has a great sense of humor. So I guess she would be one of my favorites. Farrah is one of my favorite. I'm sorry. Farrah is one of my favorite. I wish she was back. She is such a hot mess that, who could, come on, we love Farrah.
Yeah, I you know what? And my husband, he doesn't understand it. I've always had a soft spot for Farrah because I think that she's just, heartbroken. She had to grow up with Deborah as her mom.
Oh, well, let me tell you, we redid, I don't know if you listened to the live podcast that we did in New York City. So I forgot which episode it was. It was just a few weeks back. It was the one that came out on May 5th. And we recapped Farrah's 16 and pregnant.
Yes, I remember that from her being a cheerleader.
Right. So now here's the thing, like it's been so many years since we've watched this and we watch it. And let me tell you, hindsight, man, like if you have a chance, rewatch her 16 and Pregnant, listen to the recap of the live. It is just like mind blowing.
Yeah,
And you're
Deborah's
like,
pretty fucking
yeah,
crazy.
like
And
he was so abusive to her and
yeah,
like the absenteeism of Michael and like,
yeah.
you know, oh God, you're like, yeah, I could kind of see where she turned out like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that was the development of Teen Mom Backdoor, the
sure.
porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I watched that one. She whatever she
Oh,
had
we
done
all
to her
watched it.
body at that point, she should have stopped right there. So
Right.
who
I mean,
was your
that was a long time ago.
she
Yeah.
looked really good then. I've always thought she was really pretty, but she's just done a little bit too much. So who, if you could get rid of two of them, who would you get rid of?
I think I would get rid of Chelsea and Macy.
Mm-hmm.
Just
They're
boring.
pretty
Just
fucking
boring
boring.
wise.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't get more vanilla than those two. So if you had to date any of the Teen Mom dads, who would you pick? Well, Tyler's out because he's gay, allegedly.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
Tyler's not gonna like what I have, so.
yeah, no, you ain't got the right equipment unless you got a strap on or something like that. He
I mean, I gotta
might.
tell you, I don't want to date any of them.
Yeah.
But if I had to, just based on looks, and I'm talking about looks naked, like not looks, because Corey has the worst clothing I've ever seen in my life. And the worst hair. Like
His hair's always
Corey,
going through something.
yeah, like it's really embarrassing, actually.
Yeah.
Corey, I would say Corey, like just as maybe even Corey's dad.
His dad is kind of fine.
His dad is hotter than he is.
Yeah,
But I didn't
yeah.
know if that was an option. And now when I say Corey, I'm talking about Cheyenne and Corey.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
Mia
yeah.
and Corey.
Not the other Corey.
Which
You-
his dad is not terrible either.
yeah, but that's exactly what Corey's gonna look like in
Yeah.
what 20, 25 years if Miranda doesn't catch him looking at Leah and kill him.
Well, Miranda's gonna kill him.
Yeah,
We
I
all
think
know
so
this.
too. Yeah. I totally agree. Do you think that the Day Jesuses will ever invite you over for dinner?
I think they would like me, even though Brittany blocked me on Instagram.
What?
I don't even know why. Maybe because I asked her to be on the podcast. I'm not sure.
Wow. I
She's a
like
big
Brittany.
blocker, apparently. Yeah, no, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I like her a lot. Okay, so when we get back, Tracey's going to give us all of her social media, tell us about upcoming events, and how we can stalk her in every which way. We'll be right back. All right, I cannot tell you how excited I've been through this whole episode to have Tracey gossiping it up about Teen Mom with me. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do the podcast.
Oh my God, of course. I had so much fun. This was really, really great. You are hilarious. Your producer husband, who shall not be named.
Yeah.
He's amazing. You guys are great.
Thank you so much. Okay, so how can people find you on social media? Do you have any upcoming gigs? Anything that you want them to know?
I have a ton of stuff going on. So
all right, let's hear it.
You can find me on social media. I'm at Tracey Tuzini on Instagram and Twitter.
Mhm.
You could follow my Teen Mom Trash Talk podcast on Instagram at Teen Mom Trash Talk and Teen Mom Podcast on Twitter. And also I have a 90 Day Fiance podcast. And that's
I've never
at
watched
90
that
Day
show.
Fiance podcast. Oh, you have to watch that show.
Okay, I like Love After Lockup. Is it?
Okay, I love After
Yeah.
Lockup.
Okay, so we have to do
don't
another
like it.
podcast together then, and talk about that.
I actually, my friends do a podcast called Pod After Lockup.
Oh, let me
So
write
you
that
might wanna
down.
check that one out. Yeah.
Yeah. Pod after. I'm writing it down.
Yeah, so I do 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, and you can find that on Instagram at 90 Day Podcast.
Mhm.
And then my upcoming shows are all at TraceyCarnazzo.com. I have a great monthly show. It's actually this Saturday. It's the fourth Saturday of every month in Astoria, Queens, New York, and it's called #Comedy at QED. It's 9 o'clock every fourth Saturday, but I'm all over New York City. Check it out. And if you download the Laughable app, which is a podcast app, and you type in my name, you can find a whole bunch of podcasts that I've been a guest on.
Oh, awesome. Oh, so does that mean that this one's going to be on there too?
It could be if you register to Laughable. So shoot them an email at Laughable, and they'll probably add your podcast.
Producer James is already doing it. You know how white people are.
Boom.
They stay on top of shit like that, so.
Tell them that you're a friend of mine.
Will do. So thank you so much, Tracey. Please tell Noelle and I mean, if Gabrielle is okay, if she can hear, if she hasn't all of a sudden
I'm
gone
gonna
blind
write
and
her a
deaf.
note in the hospital.
Okay, yes, that's a good idea. Tell them I said hello, and
Absolutely.
I love you guys. You guys crack me
I love
up.
you guys.
So thank you so much, and enjoy your evening. We will see all of you guys next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tracey. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
We'll